What is Roger Federer's net worth and total career income? How much is the most expensive tennis ball worth? Stay tuned and learn more about the world of rich people. Hello dear friends. Roger Federer is a former professional tennis player of Swiss descent whose net worth is $550 million. During his professional career, Roger Federer's career income with the Association of Tennis Professionals (ATP) was $130 million. At the time of his retirement, it was the third highest amount earned in tennis history, after the $131 million earned by Rafael Nadal and $159 million earned by Novak Djokovic. In addition to his tournament earnings, Roger has earned about $1 billion in advertising during his career. Roger is a member of a very exclusive billion-dollar sports club, along with Arnold Palmer, Nicklaus, LeBron James, Lionel Messi, Michael Jordan, Floyd Mayweather, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tiger Woods and Michael Schumacher. Early life and career. Roger Federer was born on August 8, 1981 in Basel, Switzerland, to Robert and Lynette. Federer began playing tennis with his parents and older sister Diane at a very early age and quickly showed signs that he had a great talent for the game. At the age of 8, Roger joined the Basel Junior Tennis program, and at 10 he met Australian player Peter Carter, who saw the youngster's potential. Carter and Federer trained together for the next 4 years, until, at age 13, Roger accepted an invitation to visit Switzerland's National Tennis Training Center. At the time, the training center was located 2 hours away from Roger's home in a part of Switzerland where mostly French was spoken. Federer trained there for 3 years until a new club opened closer to his home in Biel. Peter Carter was one of the instructors at the new training center, and his guidance helped Federer quickly rise to the top of the world junior rankings. As an amateur, Roger won Wimbledon junior singles and doubles and eventually became the #1 ranked ITF player in the world. Professional career. Shortly after turning professional in 1999, Roger reached the semifinals of a tournament in Vienna. After several more resounding victories, Roger became the youngest member of the ATP Top 100. In 2000, Roger represented Switzerland at the Olympics. He did not win a single medal, but surprised many by reaching the semifinals. He ended up losing to Tommy Haas and Arnaud Di Pasquale. In 2001, Roger's potential was fully realized when he won his first ATP singles title. He followed that triumph with a Davis Cup title, where he and his Swiss teammates defeated the United States. All of the successes led to the term Federer Express, making headlines. Roger won his first 2 ATP double titles and ended the season ranked 13th in the singles. One night, Roger received many missed calls from his coach Peter Lundgren. By the time he finally got the messages, Roger learned that his former mentor and friend Peter Carter had died. Carter's death shook Roger to the core. He realized that he had not lived up to anything Carter had taught him as a tennis player or even as a man. At that moment, Roger decided it was time to step up his game on and off the court. Roger Federer eventually became the #1 player in the world, a title he held for a record 237 consecutive weeks from February 2004 to August 2008. In 2012, Roger lost his first singles medal to Andy Murray at the 2012 London Olympics. In 2013, Federer injured his back and struggled to recover, which led to a drop in his ranking. Nevertheless, he recovered a bit and beat Richard Gasquet to win the Davis Cup in Switzerland. He lost his Wimbledon match in 2014 to Novak Djokovic in the final, but later that year he beat Djokovic and Andy Murray and won the Cincinnati Masters for the 7th time. At the US Open, Roger reached his first final since 2009. In the final, Federer lost again to Djokovic. In December 2016, he announced that he would participate in the ATP World Tour season with a new coaching team. He participated in the 2016 Australian Open and again lost to Djokovic in 4 sets. He suffered a knee injury and underwent surgery to repair torn ligaments. In July of that year, he announced that he would miss the 2016 Olympics and the rest of the season to recover from his knee injury. In 2017, Federer played in the Hopman Cup and the Australian Open in January 2017. He won the Australian Open by defeating Rafael Nadal in the final, which was also his 100th match at the Games. Federer lost in the semi-finals to Borna Coric at the 2018 Shanghai Masters. In 2018, Roger played at the French Open for the first time in 4 years. He reached the semi-finals but lost to 11-time champion Nadal. He missed the Rio Olympics that year because he had recovered from another knee injury. In 2020, Roger began his season at the 2020 Australian Open, lost his semi-final match to Djokovic, and suffered another knee injury. He subsequently withdrew from further competition, citing that his knee needed time to recover. Federer has become one of the highest-paid athletes in the world, both on and off the court. Between June 2016 and June 2017, Federer earned about $71.5 million, of which $65 million came from advertising. In 2018, Roger signed a 10-year, $300 million contract with Japanese clothing brand Uniqlo. From June 2017 to June 2018, Federer earned $77,200,000. From June 2018 to June 2019, he earned $94 million. Of that amount, about $86 million came from support from companies such as Credit Suisse, Rolex, and Mercedes-Benz. Roger earns more from advertising than any other athlete. Personal life. Federer married Women's Tennis Association player Miroslava Vavrinets, now Federer, in April 2009 at Villa Vankenhof near Basel, Switzerland. They met in 2000 at the Sydney Olympics when they were both playing for the Swiss national team. They immediately began dating after meeting. In 2009, Miroslava gave birth to identical twin girls, and in 2014, the couple had another pair of identical twins, this time boys. Philanthropy. Roger founded the Roger Federer Foundation in 2003 to help disadvantaged children and increase their access to both education and sports. Federer was a long-time supporter of the South African Swiss charity organization IMBEWU, which pursues the same goals as his foundation and also focuses on social and media awareness for disadvantaged youth. In 2005, Federer auctioned off his US Open racket and donated the proceeds to the victims of Hurricane Katrina. In response to the 2010 earthquake in Haiti, Federer and other players organized a charity event during the Australian Open tennis tournament. All proceeds went to earthquake victims. Roger Federer's car collection is dominated by desirable German cars. Thanks to a large prize fund and several endorsements, he has created one of the most stylish garages in the world of celebrity cars. Known for their modesty and style, you won't see anything out of the ordinary in the collections of other athletes. For example, instead, Roger's cars remains very stylish. Mercedes-AMG GT. This is Federer's most famous and outstanding car. Beneath that gorgeous sunshine yellow body is now the famous 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine from AMG, squeezing out 500 brake horsepower, and all that power goes to the rear wheels. From 0 to 60 times 3.6 seconds, that's fast. And not to mention it sounds great. With a price tag of about $130,000, it's one of the most expensive options in his collection. Mercedes-AMG G63. The G-Station wagon has become a rite of passage for any profitable sports star. Especially in Europe, they are considered status symbols. Loud and nasty, but in a good way. Although his car isn't the one pictured, he instead opted for a much more muted white color, which he saw during the commercial shoot. The square beast with the V8 engine will probably come in handy for Roger when he needs to fill the trunk with more tennis uniforms. They're also very common in Geneva, so we're sure Roger won't look out of place cruising the street in this one. Mercedes-Benz SL55 AMG. Unsurprisingly, there had to be a convertible in the garage, and that's what Roger chose. It was available in many variants, and it's not entirely clear what engine it had or what that package was. However, judging from the rest, it is likely that he had an SL55 AMG with the familiar V8 engine powering the rear wheels. We imagine that is the car Roger is driving through the Swiss Alps on a summer day with the roof down. Mercedes-AMG GLE 63C. In fact, this is the most powerful of the GL family. Roger was seen in the original G-Class and endorsed it, but it has since been upgraded to this one. A twin-turbo AMG V8 is also under the hood, which is a common trend in Roger's car collection. Masses of power and torque and a gorgeous Alcantara-trimmed interior make this all-wheel drive car one of Mercedes' best offerings. Roger Federer's popularity in the sports world has made him a highly paid athlete with the support of several brands. He has gone head-to-head with famous athletes and has repeatedly become the highest-paid sports figure in the world. Leading a lavish lifestyle with his family, the tennis star has spent $25 million buying horses. Let's take a look at his real estate portfolio. Growing up in Basel, Switzerland, Roger Federer made some friends in his neighborhood where his father worked for a pharmaceutical company. While tennis was considered a pastime in his home, Federer practiced it on his street and turned it into his passion. Despite his family's poor financial situation, they funded his games after realizing his potential in mastering the game. He grew up in the Münichtein neighborhood where several houses with similar interiors were built. The narrow street has plenty of room for parking and games. Lake Zurich apartment. Roger Federer made his first major real estate purchase in 2008 when he bought an apartment on Lake Zurich in Beck, Switzerland. According to Yahoo News, information about the amount of the purchase was not disclosed. Nevertheless, it's an expensive area to own a home. Only after buying the property did Federer leave his parents in Basel the year before he married his wife Mirka in 2009. He also reportedly built a Swiss chalet in the ski area of Lanzerheide-Walbella that same year, with custom woodwork and a tennis court. Herrliberg Home. Around the same time that Federer and Mirka had their second pair of twins, Leo and Lenny, the couple paid $30 million to buy 5,800 square feet of land in Herrliberg, Switzerland. The vacant plot of land overlooks the city and the Swiss Alps. The area is reportedly expansive, and while there have been rumors that Federer would build a mansion on the estate, it remains vacant but is owned by him. If you'd like us to do a full-length video on the Tennis King's estate, write in the comments.